welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your weekend reading for May the 21st and the 22nd. And so we're moving from Taurus season into Gemini season, and you probably feel a bit of a shift when this occurs. We have the beautiful Miss Stella here for our reading today. And when I was tuning in, I just got the sun. The sun is shining. The sun is coming out. There's clarity that's coming through, which is actually really good. So it's a sense of perhaps getting a little bit of energy and vitality back. The Page of Pentacles, you're looking at something, you're taking a good look at it, whether it's something you're wanting to develop or, work on. The Knight of Pentacles, look at all these pentacles, all this Taurus energy, we're at the last degrees of Taurus. So it's really saying, what are these last things that you've kind of want, what are these Taurian themes that you want to bring into Gemini, because there's some kind of seed or idea that's been planted. And once it hits Gemini season, there's an opportunity for this to kind of really start taking off. So the Seven of Pentacles, look at this, all this Taurus energy, wow, coming in. The Six of Wands, Taurus is like saying, I want some gift. I want to kind of leave you with some parting gifts. And we've got the Three of Wands. Okay, so it's all fire and earth at this moment in time. All fire and earth. And I feel like there's a lot of good energy. There's a little bit of Five of Wands energy of conflict around. But other than that, it's, interesting. It's the Seven of Pentacles right in the center there is, you've got this, look at the Page of Pentacles. They're both the Page and the Knight are holding a pentacle, some sort of seed or idea that is in that earthly realm. It's to do with material resources. It can do with money. It can be ideas around your career or work, or maybe something you're wanting to do around health in your home. It's this sense that here you are, you're getting messages around it. You're looking at it. You're wanting to develop it. There's a sense of moving slowly forward with it. There's no rush with it, but there's also this sense of perhaps thinking this is something that could sustain you longer term as well. So it's this very, very nice, slow, methodical process that's coming in, very grounded, which is really, really nice energy to come through. It's kind of like the best of Taurus energy that's coming in terms of just wanting something well made that can last the distance, which is really, and something that is really valuable, something that, or someone that is really valuable. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles there's no point just thinking about this and looking at it. What are you going to do with it? You can see that the seed is now at the feet of the character, ready to plant it, ready to bring in some growth, ready to kind of get this sense of get this ball rolling. Let's just start doing something with this. So this is where you might be looking at your schedule quite literally and saying, well, where can I create more time and energy for this? Or where can I be putting in more money towards this? Where could I be investing my money to see something grow, or investing my time and energy to see this grow? So it's very much, next to the Six of Wands, which is the card of success and recognition. So this is kind of like you want to plant this seed so that there's going to have a successful growth and successful outcome, whatever this seed represents to you that you've been working on, developing, getting ideas about. Maybe you haven't started, or maybe you haven't been able to start it for whatever reason. Maybe it's just this sense of everything's going, you've been getting messages to slow down, or there's been delays around it. But this final energy of, I feel like, up to the Seven of Pentacles, this is the last energy in Taurus. And then we kind of hit Gemini season, which is like, you want this to be planted in the right place to kind of feel like there's a plan here of some sort, that there's a method and a plan, and you don't want to be rushed because the energy is going to move faster. It's going to move quicker. And so once the fire starts coming in, this is where this could really alight and take off. You could be looking for some really, really positive results that could be coming through. It may also be that suddenly you find yourself in a lot more of a competitive space, or a space where you've kind of successfully planted this seed, but now you have to kind of put in more effort. You have to do better. And it's sort of like now this is starting to get the ball rolling. And it can also be that maybe you're trying to convince yourself, talk yourself out of it. For some of you, there's conflict around it with this Five of Wands, and it feels like, strangely enough, this Six of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Wands feels very much like a Mercury retrograde kind of energy. It's going backwards, 6, 5, 3, into, I feel like Mercury is potentially giving you messages as to what your original motivation was and why you wanted to do this in the first place. And so if you're having these sort of last minute doubts about it, it's going back and going, why is this important to you? What does it mean to your life? How could it bring in more value? Or what sort of value do you place on this that you're wanting to develop, or what sort of messages you're getting around that? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really interesting energy because it's a very a slow move forward, but there's an opportunity here for a moment of pause where you can assess. It's an assessing energy, the Seven of Pentacles. You can assess where something's at. It's sort of like at the point where you're ready to decide whether you're going to put more effort into something or whether you're just going to let it sit there and see if it does its own thing. And it's kind of being given the gift of perspective as well, of being able to go back over and revisit and revise some of the things or motivations or some of the things in the plan. So it's actually, I feel like it is a very successful energy purely because it has this process attached to it. It's very much like if you're going to do this, you're going to do it right and you're going to do it in the right way and you don't need to be rushed. And I think it's a really, really important energy to kind of get this right, like I said, now, before we really hit Gemini season and Mercury starts turning around. At that point, then it's a sense of all stations go, and especially when Mars goes into Aries, which is occurring next week, it's a sense of boom, okay, we're off and running. So you want to make sure when you're off and running that you know where your destination is that you're going to. You've got all the right clothes on, you're prepared and ready. So this is what this energy is. Prepare and do anything that you need before this you need with this seed that you've planted here in Taurus season before it's time for it to take off. So that is kind of the energy for the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Enjoy.